welcome to my channel. If you are new, hi, my name is Niqua. Thank you for watching the video. If you are not new, welcome back. Hey girl, hey, how you doing? Thanks for watching my video as well. So today I'm trying something new. So bear with me, it's trial and error. Number one, I am super sorry. I recorded my video in the wrong angle. I was trying to do horizontally and somehow I accidentally recorded vertically. So sorry for that one. Number two, as you can see, I'm using acrylic and dual forms. So I've seen somebody else on YouTube do this. I think her name was Anne Elizabeth. And I was like, you know what? I want to try it. So, I am using my Young Nails monomer. This little tower of different colors is some custom acrylics I've made over the years. And in the white container in the top corner of the screen is my Young Nails clear acrylic. So I put a thin layer of the clear acrylic down first. I did that to like encapsulate the glitters, because with dual forms you kind of have to work backwards than what you would usually do. So to encapsulate the glitter, I put a thin layer of clear acrylic down first. And then I filled the well of the dual form. And then I used my custom acrylic, which I think it was clear acrylic powder. I don't know what brand of clear acrylic powder is in here because I kind of made this mix a good little minute ago. Then it's blue pigment powder, and then blue and pink glitter, like chunky glitter. And then I think I put a little bit of blue fine glitter in it as well. Honestly, I made this acrylic for my birthday a couple of years ago. I don't know if I recorded it or not, but I do know I made it for birthday nails. If I remember to link the video, I will link the video in the cards. And now that I know how to link videos in the description box, I will wholeheartedly link the video there as well. On my natural nails, I do have the LGN Pro hard gel on my nails. Again, from Anne Elizabeth. She does, so she started to do a layer of hard gel on her nails and to protect her natural nails, and then she did a peel off base coat. So I'm trying that because I do actually want to grow out my nails, and I will say that it has been working to get my nails for my nails to grow out, and they haven't broken. So I'm quite happy about that. And as I'm looking at my nails while I am doing this voiceover, I need to fill in. So I might record me doing a fill in. Yes. So on each of my nails, I do have a thin layer of peel off base coat. If I'm not mistaken, I probably use the McCart peel off base coat because I've actually been liking that one a lot lately. And when you saw me wipe off the nail, I was wiping off that tacky layer because I think with with that tacky layer, I don't mean to harm. I have dogs, so I kind of get dog hair stuck to it. And then also, I've seen from long hair pretty nails to that, like sometimes she removes the tacky layer, and I guess that helps the nails to pop off when it's time for them to pop off. I will say the nails did last 2 weeks, but I think I need to do a thicker layer of the peel off base coat. So probably the next time I try and do this, I will use two thin layers of the peel off base coat instead of one thin layer. Because the nails were not trying to come off. They were not trying to come off at all. But also, acrylic does not move. Like, it's not malleable at all. Like, once it hardens, of course it hardens. I guess that's why a whole lot of people like to use acrylic. but it was not trying to pop off. I did actually get the nails to come off, but when I tell you it took some time and some effort, it took some time and some effort. And so this brown acrylic, it is also another custom acrylic that I've made over the years. I know for this one I used some mica powder. I purchased the mica powder off of Amazon. I will link that down below. Honestly, I actually have an Amazon storefront. I just never link it down below. So if I remember, I will gladly link it down below. And like I said, with dual forms, you kind of got to work backwards. So I did a thin layer of the clear acrylic and the Young Nails clear acrylic, and then I did the brown at the top because I was trying to do like an ombre nail. So I did the brown at the top, and then I did the glitter at the bottom. And when you're doing this, please make sure, like with any time you're doing dual form, make sure you get all the way up to the side walls, because it builds the sidewalls of the nails. So here I am just flipping it around, making sure that I like how it looks on both sides. And then instead of so this one was my mess up nail, because I accidentally let the acrylic actually harden. Because my thought process was, okay, I'm gonna let the acrylic harden at least a good little bit before I put on the nail, because if it's too wet, then it was gonna move the glitter around, and I didn't want the glitter to move from where it was. But it was too hardened, and the nail did not sit on my nail because of course the acrylic completely hardened. And so yeah, I just had to redo that one. Here I am trying to get the nail to sit on my nail, but it didn't do it. So the wonderful thing about dual forms is you just pop it out and then just redo it again. And here I am like, okay, maybe if I use a little bit more clear acrylic, it will adhere to the nail. But no, it didn't work at all. So I just took it all off, and then I just popped it out and then redid the nail again, because that plan did not work. So yeah, I will say it is trial and error, for one. For two, it was a whole lot easier to do the acrylic this way instead of like building it. It was a whole lot easier to just use the dual form. So I will say Aunt Elizabeth was on to something there. And I think she got it from somebody else. If I can link her channel down below, actually I will try and find the video and that she did, and I will link that down below as well, so that way y'all can see where the actual inspiration came from. And this was not something that I came up with, because honestly I never would have thought to use acrylic and dual forms, because in my head I thought the monomer would like melt the dual form, because the dual form is plastic and monomer loves to eat up plastic. So I was very happy that that didn't happen. The dual form was still intact. It had no issues or anything. It made filing and shaping a breeze, and I did love this. I'm not going to keep talking, so I will play some music, and I will be back when I'm filing, shaping, and buffing.
Style is the answer to everything. A fresh way to approach a dull or dangerous thing. To do a dangerous thing with style is what I call art.
So now that all the nails have been put on, oh my gracious, my hands look a time. It is time to file, shape, and buff. I did leave the thumbnail alone because, I mean, that was the last nail I did and it was still setting. So filing, shaping, and buffing was super duper easy, thanks to the dual forms. I will say one thing I did learn doing this was because I have the hard gel on, it gave me more of an apex than what my nail usually has. So the next time I do this, I need to use dual forms that actually have an apex, because yeah, these were like very flat. And so that's why I was filling in the like clear at the tip of my nail, because it was like a gap between like my nail and the dual form nail. So yes, here I'm just using a hand file just to get the sidewall straightened out and make sure they're all nice and even and shape the nail how I want to. All my other filing I did with the e-file. And like I said, it was just to crispen up the shape and to get like whatever product was like spilled over, like I said, to crispen up the shape. I will say that middle finger dual form I used, it was a little bit too big, so it made my nail very wide. I should have went down in the size on the dual form, but I think in that shape the size down was a little bit too small and then the size up was a little bit too big, so I did what I had to do. Now I am using my e-file and my ceramic bit. Honestly, this bit is not supposed to be used near the cuticle, but I needed to get in my cuticles and clean my cuticles up. So that's why I used this one. And then also I wanted the ends of the nails to be square-ish. Like so it was just easier to file that with the e-file than it was to do with the hand file. I will say the tips of the nails are quite thin, which honestly, because it's acrylic, is a-okay. Like it didn't do like it was okay. I kind of wanted them to be thin. I'm trying to work on like the tips of my nails being thin, but still like structurally okay. So if that makes sense, I hope that made sense. And like I said, I'm just cleaning up the ends because it was just easier to do that with the e-file than it was to do with the hand file. And then I think I do use my e-file to like thin out like a little bit underneath the end of my nail. And I know I really use my e-file up in the cuticle area. Like I said, I know this bit is not supposed to be used in the cuticle area, but it's acrylic. Like I needed to get this bad boy like straight around the cuticle area. And my safety ones, it won't do what I needed it to do. So that's why I'm using just like one of the blunt barrel bits because I know it can get like up in that cuticle area. And I'm just separating it like from my skin because like I said, some of the dual forms was a little bit bigger than what I needed them to be, but it was like I had to go up in size because going down it was too small. So that's the only other downside about dual forms. Like it's like a one size fits most, and you kind of gotta you gotta play around with it to get your cuticle area just right. Granted, I could have just went back in and fixed the cuticle area, like when I took the dual forms off, like I usually do with polygel, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted my cuticle area. Like usually, I don't have any issues with my cuticle area, but I think because I'm used to like polygel and hard gel recently, like it like I have time to play around with it and get like everything straight. Whereas with acrylic, like no, you don't have time. Like once that stuff is set, that stuff is set. So it was like I kind of just had to go ahead and get it up there and then just do the filing to fix it later. So that is what I'm doing here. I'm using my Melody Susie nail dust collector. Honestly, I need to get some more filters because my little baby, she need a new filter. She need a filter change. But yeah, the filing, shaping, and buffing is pretty straightforward. If I'm not mistaken, you will see me go through a ton of different bits because I was trying to figure out which bit I could use to get up in my cuticle area the way I wanted to get up in my cuticle area without hurting myself. And so I just go through several different bits to try and get that cuticle area perfect. So yeah, I'll be back when I'm done filing, shaping, and buffing. Okay, so this bit right here, y'all, I got this bit from Timu. And I do not know how to hold my nail drill when it comes to this bit. Like, it is so confusing. I finally got the hang of it, but I know y'all saw me like jerk my hand away because I got myself because I didn't realize my pinky was touching it. And this bad boy is on at least the speed of, I think I had it on like 15 to 20 RPM. So that bad boy heated up real quick on my pinky. But like on my actual, like the hand that I'm holding the drill in, like when I was trying to stable my hand, like it got my pinky real quick. But I was trying to just crispen up the ends, and I loved how it came. Like I loved how these nails came out. And like I said, I do want to try it again. Now I'm just using just a hand buffer to just buff up the tops of the nails, just so I can do gel polish on top. Like realistically, I didn't have to do this part because I mean it was encapsulated and clear, but I mean you gotta top off a nail design with a top coat. So that is some isopropyl alcohol just in a little spray bottle, and I'm just using that and a brush to just remove all the debris and essentially like get rid of all the dust and just get the nails ready for the top coat. And as you saw, I'm using my Macart top coat. This top coat has quickly become a favorite of mine. And look at that shine. I love how that pinky nail came out. I think that pinky nail was like my all-time favorite. And yes, like granted, yes, there's a few things I could do better, but y'all, like I said, bear with me. This was my first time ever like using acrylic in dual forms, so it was definitely a learning curve. And I just love that glitter with that top coat. That glitter is so freaking gorgeous. I love that mix that I made. Like I stunned myself when I made that glitter mix. Like, oh, it was so amazing. And Of course. Oh, sorry. Of course, I cured the gel top coat in my LED UV light for 60 seconds. And I didn't cap the free edges because I mean it's acrylic, so it is what it is. And there is no tacky layer. And oh my goodness, look at the nails. And then of course, you know, I got to do cuticle oil, but I was just so baffled with how that came out. I'm trying some new cuticle oil. And honestly, I really like it. It's really thick and hydrating and nourishing. And of course, I'm going to come back for the reveals. But oh, these nails, I loved them. Oh, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join the family, and turn on your bell notifications so you know when I upload. Until next time, bye.